Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so first of all, let me just address the elephant in the room. This video is late. It is so late. I'm sorry. I am going to be creating some altered chipboard tags today for the Rediscover Your Stash chipboard hop. I'm going to be using my favorite chipboard, and that is from Brutus Monroe. I am not a chipboard fan as a general rule. I don't like it. I don't like how thick it is. I don't like how it's almost like it's a cereal box with a sticker placed over it. And fun fact, that's not chipboard, that's cardboard. And so it makes perfect sense why when I started using Brutus Monroe chipboard, I'm like, wait a minute, this is chipboard? So this chipboard, the chipboard at Brutus Monroe is thin, it's smooth, it's so nice, and we are going to alter a bunch of these fun chipboard tags today. Step number one is adding some white gesso. So I just have a paintbrush here, my white gesso from Brutus Monroe, and I just put a nice layer of that gesso onto each of the tags. And now we're going to alter them. We're going to have so much fun altering these chipboard tags today. So for each of the tags, I started by pressing the tag into my embossing ink pad. This is my clean embossing ink pad, so it doesn't look like it's been chewed on, which makes it perfect for me to get a nice even coat of the embossing ink all over the tag. Then I'm going to take some embossing powder. This is Halushki embossing powder from Brutus Monroe. I also used Nebula, Raspberry Tart, and Lemon Drop embossing powder, and I embossed 4 tags in these beautiful colors. So I'm just getting the all of the embossing on the tag smooth and melted, and you can do a second coat of the color if you want. I did 2 layers of the colored embossing powder on all 4 of the tags I created. The next step is to take my embossing pad that looks like it's been chewed up and scrape it just once or twice over just the bottom of the tag. Once I do that, I'm then going to coat just the bottom of that tag with the Alabaster embossing powder, and you saw me there. I flicked it. I don't want a lot of embossing powder on this. I want it to look kind of messy, and I don't want it to go like, I don't want it to completely cover the tag. You can kind of see here, you can see some of the green through it because I really flinged a bunch of that embossing powder off. And then here are all 4 of the tags I created. I am going to use these tags to create a spread in my Life Crafted album. The current Life Crafted album I'm working on documents a concert, and I have an entire 80s vibe kit going on here to go with my concert photos. So I went through my little curated kit of 80s supplies, and I'm going to go ahead and matte each of my photos in one of these bright, gorgeous colors. These papers are papers from Simply Stated Design. And while I'm at my photos, let me give you the nuts and bolts of today's video, even though it is extremely late. This is part of the Rediscover Your Stash monthly hop. Rediscover Your Stash is the Facebook group that I created many, many years ago. And every month we have a featured product that we try to pull out of our stash and use some of that product up during the month. It can be with one layout, it can be with 50 layouts, that's up to you. Recently, probably we started in November or December, we started doing these little hops. There is a YouTube hop and an Instagram hop. It's a very informal. I make it fun and easy to join and to hop through, but it does mean that some days I get sidetracked with other parts of my job and forget to do my voiceover, and now you know why my video is so late. So here we are. So down in the description box below, you're going to find a link to the links to everybody on the hop. I am the first one on the hop. So if you start at my link and you're starting with this video, you will have an entire list of YouTube hops or YouTube channels and videos that you can use to go ahead and hop through. To finish up my little tags, I am spelling out the name of the musician that is in my photos we're going to use today. So I just die cut these from black cardstock, and then I'm placing them towards the bottom in the white portion of my embossed tags. And then I'm going to kind of play with placement, decide where I want the tags, how I want to span them across these two pages. These are already white cardstock, cut down, holes punched, ready to go in my Life Crafted album, and these are going to be outside the page protector. If you are interested in any of the projects or products that I am using today, not projects, products. If you're interested in any of the products I'm using today, I will link up in the description box anything that is available. So if you're looking for something and it's not listed down below, more than likely that means it is not in stock anymore. This is very much a stash layout and a stash hop. I know the Lemon Drop and the Halushki and the Alabaster embossing powder should still be available. I might be able to locate Raspberry Tart and Nebula. I'm pretty sure that the black die cuts or the black metal dies are a no-go. I don't think I'll be able to find those. I might be able to, I can link up the Simply Staged Design papers as well. So I figured out that I'm going to have to split my tags onto both the pages so that it's going to span the top. I added some black embroidery floss to the tops of my tags to make them look as though they're hanging from the top of my page. Across the bottom of my double page spread here, I am going to add a strip of washi tape. This washi tape is from Brutus Monroe, but this is another stash item that I'm pretty sure is no longer available. Again, anything that I can find that is still available and that is still in stock, I will link in the description box below. But this is so cool. So this washi tape kind of looks like 80s kind of graffiti type look, which is perfect because at one point during the concert, and some of that is in the photographs, all the members of the band were wearing outfits with this same kind of 80s graffiti look. At this point, I realize that I have misjudged the amount of space I have to work with on this project, and there is no way I'm getting all 4 of my photos on to this page unless I cut them down. And honestly, the way that I did this was amazing. So I pulled up those pictures, pulled them off of their backing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up grabbing my original idea for grabbing a die was to grab circle dies, but I changed my mind as I create. So also at this point, I decide that this background paper needs every color of splatter I can possibly throw at it. So I went through my stash of chroma mists and I chose mint and I chose crocus and I chose daffodil And I chose Magnolia, and all of those should still be in stock and linked in the description box below. And I liberally, and I mean liberally, splattered all 4 of these colors all over these pages. Pretty much made my own super cool splattery pattern paper. And I love how this turned out. I love it. So I just went through and I splattered. I just went crazy. Nice thing, I didn't care if the splatters got on the washi strips, and I didn't care if they got on the tags. They did get on the tags a little bit, but they dried, completely dried, looked amazing. And because there was some splatter on the tags and some splatter on the washi, I feel like it really made everything on this layout kind of come together and become cohesive. So, and you see me here. I really threw every mist at it I could. So let's have a little organizing rant here. I am not a super organized organizer. For example, my metal dies are all together in the same spot. Just look how cool that looks when it dried. Sorry, had to show you there. So I went into my metal dies to find circles, to cut those 2 photos into circles. And while I was flipping through all of my metal dies to find circles, I didn't find my circles. Instead, I did find them, but in the process of looking through my dies, I found these squares, and I thought, oh my gosh, wouldn't this be awesome if we took these squares, turned them on their side, and I die cut these photos into the squares, but put them on their side so they kind of look like diamonds, right? Oh my word. This is why I organize the way I organize, because I don't think I would have liked this page as much if I had used circles, but I really, really like it with these diamond shapes. And it fit perfectly. So I was able to cut down 2 of those photos to just the musician, die cut them, and then I have these adorable, gorgeous little diamonds to finish up my page. I am keeping this page super simple, so if you have watched my entire playlist of this project, you know that a lot of my pages have been a little bit on the busier side, but I kept this one pretty simple because I really, really, really love those chipboard tags and all the bright colors. I am adding some sequins. So these sequins are actually, they're from Spiegel Mom Scraps, but they actually don't have a name on them. They're actually like mock-up sequins. For those of you that don't know, Spiegel Mom Scraps is no longer selling sequin mixes, but I have loads and loads of sequin mixes. I have sequin mixes that she sold in her shop, but then I also have these kind of mock-up sequin mixes. Some of them became sequin mixes in the shop, some of them didn't. And that's what this one is. So just find some sequins you really like. I chose these because they had square sequins in them, and I could turn the square sequins on the side. And so now we have some more of that like diamond shape on the spread. Be sure to check out all of the amazing videos in this hop, all the fun ways to use chipboard. And here are some close-ups of my project today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.